It's the dictionary. 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 It's the dictionary.
Oh, hello, word nerds, and welcome to the dictionary. My name is Spencer, and this is episode G37. The first word in this episode is, it's some people's favorite and many people's least favorite. It is gefilte fish. Oh boy, gefilte fish. It is two words. The first word is gefilte. Some of you may not be aware of the gefilte fish. The gefilte fish? It's very hard to say. I've never said it so many times in a short amount of time. Gefilte fish, gefilte fish, gefilte fish. Some of you might not know what this is. I am aware of it. I have tried it. Many years ago at Passover, and I said, nope, this is not for me. So what is it? What is? This is the eternal question. What is the gefilte fish? It is a noun from 1892. It is balls or cake of seasoned minced fish, usually simmered in a fish stock or baked in a tomato sauce. Well, I definitely never had the baked version in the tomato sauce. The kind that was usually served at Passover was this ball or cake. I don't even know what I would call it. It's sort of oval-shaped, not really a ball, but not really a cake. And I guess basically they just take fish and they probably blend it up and combine it with maybe eggs and other things and season it up. But what are they seasoning it up? Seasoning it up with. Let's look that up. What are the gefilte fish seasonings? It tastes like they're seasoning it with more fish. I was never really a big fish fan anyway, and so that's probably why I don't care so much for it. It seems like an odd... Why? Why not just serve fish? Why do you have to mince it and make a ball or cake out of it? I apologize if this is disrespectful in any way. It's just an odd thing to me, even though I kind of grew up with it. Okay, so this says that the seasonings are simple, focusing on salt, pepper, and onion, often with sugar for sweetness. Really? Do you need to add sweetness to fish? Sometimes adding fresh herbs like parsley, dill, or chives, and served with horseradish for a kick. Oh, yeah, there's other, maybe carrots, onions, celery, all that sort of stuff. So, and also, it looks so unappetizing. It just does. Should I post a picture on the social media of a gefilte fish? Well, so that's that. This is a Yiddish word, gefilte. It literally means stuffed fish, but it's not stuffed. Are you saying that this fish, it's not like a turkey situation where you're jamming stuffing into the turkey's butthole? You could take a fish and stuff it with stuff, and maybe that would be good. Maybe the stuffing in a fish would add to the fish. I don't know, but this is not a stuffed fish. I'm sure that there's some history and there's some reasons for this. Gefilte fish. But anyway, it is not for me. No. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know. Why don't you call the Google Voice number, send me an email, whatever you want. Let me know your feelings of the gefilte fish. The gefilte fish. All right, let's move on. We got to make a sound effect, which is going to be... Now we have Gegenschein. Yes, I think it is Gegenschein, spelled Gegenschein. It is a noun often capitalized from 1877, and it is a faint light about 20 degrees across on the celestial sphere opposite the sun, probably caused by backscatter of sunlight by solar system dust. Well, this is fascinating. I've never heard of this. Gegenschein. This is German, if you couldn't tell, from gegen, which means against, and also or counter, against or counter, kind of like anti, I guess. Also shine, which means shine, like the sun shining, Mario sunshine. So it's against the shine, opposite of the shine. I definitely need to look up this thing. Where are my keys? Here are my keys. Gegen, Chein, Gegenschein. A faint light about 20 degrees across on the celestial sphere opposite the sun, probably caused by backscatter of sunlight by solar system dust. So before I look at this thing, is this saying that there is when the sun is shining on a, let's say, a planet, that like 20 degrees around the planet there is still some sunshine because of the dust in the sky, in space, that the sunlight is bouncing off of it and just adding to it. Also, there's like some gravitational lensing from light. So this says it is a patch of very faint nebulous light sometimes seen in the night sky opposite the position of the sun. It is thought to be the image. Oh, where'd it go? It's thought to be the image of the sun reflected from gas and dust outside the atmosphere. Okay, so here are some pictures. This one has a circle around the Gegenschein. Never would have thought that would. It's so faint. This is a fascinating thing. I mean, I guess I could post a picture of this. I'm sure that there are many, many, many good examples of this. I knew nothing about this. Okay, let's see. We did all of that stuff, so we got to go. Next, we have, by the way, there's some really interesting words in this episode. We have now Gehenna, capital Gehenna, Gehenna, noun from circa 1534. Number 1, a place or state of misery. Maybe that movie should have been called Gehenna, because he was in a state of misery. Ooh, a place or state. I'm feeling so miserable. I'm in Gehenna. Number 2, the synonym is hell, specifically the number 1A2 definition for hell. So, okay, now we understand what Gehenna is. I have never heard of this before, so we must go to the etymology to learn where does this word come from. It is Lower Latin from the Greek Gina, with a capital G, which is from the Hebrew Gehenom, which literally means Valley of Hinnom. And now, of course, I need to look up Hinnom. Hinnom, Hinnom, the Valley of Hinnom. I'm assuming it's like a kind of a hell kind of place. Hinnom most often refers to the Valley of Hinnom, which is also called Gehenna, a ravine near Jerusalem with a dark history of idolatrous child sacrifice, later becoming a symbol for hell or damnation in Jewish and Christian texts. Well, maybe if I had read the Bible, then maybe I would have known that. It can also refer to a Hebrew pronoun meaning they, or be part of names for livestock farms like Himmelboer goats, or DC Comics characters. DC Comics characters. It appears in names for Himon, Himon, in DC Comics. Oh, okay, interesting. I wonder if that was on purpose. The new god Himon has been the keeper of Highfather's secrets since the first days of New Genesis. I think that's from DC. Okay, well, so there's an actual ravine near Jerusalem? And then it was like, this is a bad place because people were sacrificing children, and I'm sure it goes even further back than that. Fascinating. Okay, Gehenna, but why Gehenna? Was there something that I'm missing? Gehemon, what is the GE? Is that valley etymology? The Hebrew Bible refers to the valley as the valley of the son of Hinnom. Or no, Hinnom. Wait a minute. What did I think I was saying it silly before. Hinnom. Valley of Hinnom. The name is contracted into Gehinnom or Gehinnom, meaning hell. Gehenna derives from the Koine Greek transliteration found in the New Testament. Well, anyway, okay. Well, that is fascinating. Never heard of that because I am uneducated and not a literature person or religious. Moving on to Geiger counter. 2 words. Geiger is capital Geiger, noun from 1924. This is one long definition. It is an instrument for detecting the presence and intensity of radiations. Examples would be cosmic rays or particles from a radioactive substance. And it does this by means of their ionizing effect on an enclosed gas, which results in a pulse that is amplified and fed to a device giving a visible or audible indication. So, as I understand it, oh, I hit your mic? Your mic? You're the mic. My mic. I hit you, Mike. So, as I understand it, things that are radioactive, there's little things. Is it the electrons? It's something, some little particle that's flying off of these radioactive things. Pew, 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 pew. And things that are normal radioactive, it's very slow. You know, bananas, that's always a good example. People love to compare things to bananas. They're technically, I guess, radioactive, but it's very, 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 very low radioactivity. I don't have a Geiger counter here. Otherwise, I would check the radioactivity in this space. But things that are very radioactive, those particles are flying off like crazy. And so, you know, you've probably seen in movies or maybe documentaries, people take that Geiger counter with the little microphone. It looks like a little microphone, and they put it up to things. I think this is how it works. I should look up a picture. And then you hear all those clicks. You hear those clicks, and then the more clicks, the more radioactive it is. The less clicks, the less radioactive it is. So you don't want to hear a... You don't want to hear that. You just want to maybe hear... Maybe something like that. Yes, of course, there are many different kinds of Geiger counters. I guess some have the little microphone thing and maybe some don't. You just sort of hold it out into the air and you're like, electrons, where are you? Be radioactive now, please, for me. I want to make sure my Geiger counter is working. But why, oh why, is it called a Geiger counter? Is it counting all the Geigers? Nope. This is from Hans Geiger, who was a German physicist who died in 1945. What an interesting year for Hans Geiger to die, who was a physicist, and this radioactive thing is named after him. What year was it that the nuclear bombs were dropped? Was it 44 or 45? I want to say. It was right around there. Oh, he died just 6 days before his birthday. He was not old either. He was only 62. Let's see. I want to see later years. Following the discovery of nuclear fission, Geiger became a member of the Uranium Club, the German investigation of nuclear weapons during World War II. The group splintered in 1942 after its members came to believe that nuclear weapons would not play a significant role in ending the war. They were wrong. Although Geiger signed a petition against the Nazi government's interference with universities, he provided no support to colleague Hans Bethe when he was fired for being Jewish. He did not support his Jewish colleague. Geiger endured the Battle of Berlin and subsequent Soviet occupation in April and May of 1945. A couple of months later, he moved to Potsdam, where he died September 24th, 1945. What was he sick? How did he die? Okay, fascinating. Now you know where Geiger counter comes from. It's counting all of the little Geigers out there. Now we have Geiger-Müller counter. Geiger-Müller counter, you can also pronounce it Miller or Muller because it is spelled, so it's Geiger-Müller, capital M-U-L-L-E-R, and the U has an umlaut. So what is this thing counting? Noun from 1932. It just means Geiger counter. That's it. Now this one says it is named after W. Mueller, maybe William, maybe Wadsworth, who was a 20th century German physicist. So they were German physicists together. Why do we just call it a Geiger counter? Why are we not calling it a Geiger-Müller counter? And why? Oh, here. Let's see. He was born the son of. No, wait. That's something else. I need to find where is Müller. In 1925, Geiger began a teaching position at the University of Kiel. In 1928, Geiger and his student, Walther Müller, created the Geiger-Müller tube. This new device not only detected alpha particles, but also beta and gamma particles, and is the basis for the Geiger counter. So he was like, I'm going to work on this thing that we did together, but I'm going to take it. I'm just going to do it like on my own. Like you help me, but like now I got to go out on my own now. Like we were a band before, but now I got to go solo. But what's interesting is that it says that they were starting this in 1928, but the book says that the Geiger counter was from 1924 and the Geiger-Müller counter was from 1932. So there's something not matching up here. We got some interesting not correct information. It seems like the Geiger-Müller counter was an early version. It was Geiger counter 1.0, and then lop off Müller, and you got the regular Geiger counter. Okay. Now we have geisha, also geisha, spelled Geisha, noun from 1881. I do remember there was that movie Memoirs of a Geisha, which I think I saw, but it's been many, many years. This is based on what we just saw with Geiger counter, I don't always 100% trust the dictionary. It's also a little bit on the older side. And so, maybe some of these definitions might not be 100% accurate or proper. So a geisha is a Japanese girl or woman who is trained to provide entertaining and light-hearted company, especially for a man or a group of men. And I assume, or I think I have heard that it can go maybe a little bit beyond light-hearted company or entertainment. Maybe there's a little bit more that they're doing. I'm not sure. So this word is a Japanese word from gei. Maybe that's how it's pronounced, which is spelled Gei, which means art, and sha, which means person. So art, person? That is an interesting combination of words. Are you saying that the person is like art, or they have to be like art to provide entertainment? What if I look up, why is geisha art person? What will the internet tell me? Because they are highly trained professional female entertainers in Japan. Highly trained. That is something that I think maybe people don't think about. Now the book says they're trained, but it doesn't say highly trained. Maybe that's an important piece that should have been added. They are mastering traditional arts like dance, music, poetry, conversation, and the tea ceremony, acting as living embodiments of Japanese culture, not sex workers, despite common misconceptions. So there you go. Now, does that mean that they sometimes do that? I don't know. It probably depends on the person. But that is not what it is about. They are the embodiment of Japanese culture. That is a fantastic way to put that. That they are trained in so many different aspects of Japanese culture that they can have intelligent conversations about all these different types of things and also provide entertainment like dance and music, playing instruments, probably singing, other things. The name itself comes from the Japanese characters for art and person, literally meaning person of the arts. There it is, right there. Dedication to performance, hospitality, and cultural refinement over centuries. Centuries. All right. Respect your geishas. Hey, let's put the link in the show notes for geisha so you can learn more about them. And maybe go watch the movie Memoirs of a Geisha. Is it based on someone's actual memoirs? I'm not so sure. I don't know. Next, we have gel, G-E-L. First form, noun from 1899. It is, number one, a colloid in a more solid form than a sol, S-O-L. And I have heard of those words, and I can't remember what they are. Now, you'd think that sol would be solid, but it's a colloid more solid than a sol. So a sol is squishy, extra squishy, but this one is less squishy. Broadly, the synonym is the number 2 definition for the word jelly. Jelly brains. Number 2, a thin, colored, transparent sheet used over a stage light to color it. And I believe was it earlier in the G's that we had something about that, and it was about the sheets to add some interesting things to the lights. And at the time, I was like not thinking of the normal colored gels that are put in front of lights, which I use rarely, but sometimes. And I was thinking it was this whole other thing. So yeah, sometimes just call, hey, go get me those gels. Give me that bag of gels so I can put some cool colors in front of these lights. Number 3, a gelatinous preparation used in styling hair. When you want your hair to be styled in a certain way, you got to maybe put some gel in there. And so you can be like, ooh, I want this shape. I want that shape. It's going to look all shiny and maybe be kind of hard and crusty. That's how I want my hair to be. Jelly. Now, your hair will not be a gel. You put the gel in your hair so your hair can be different. Okay. This is from the word gelatin, which is coming up in a little bit. But first, we must go to the second form of gel. This one is an intransitive verb from 1917. Number 1, to change into or take on the form of a gel. The synonym is the word set, like you are setting it in place. It's like a cake is setting, a jello is setting. Taking the form of a gel set? I don't know. Do jellies gel? Do jellies gel? Do jellies set? Number 2, the synonym is the number 2 definition for gel, but this one is spelled J-E-L-L, which I don't think I've ever seen that. I've seen jelly. I've seen jello, but I don't think I've seen just gel. Have I seen gela, gelette, jelly? Nope, haven't seen those. Or jelou? Have not seen jelou. So gellable, that is an adjective. Oh, is that substance gellable? Can I gel it? Will you let me to gel it? Okay, that is gel, and now we're going to move on to this one is gelada baboon or gelada baboon. The first word is G-E-L-A-D-A. Gelada. Oh, no, I'm sorry. There's a third one in there I missed. Gelada, gelada, so J or G, and then the third one is gelada. This is a noun from 1871. I think I'm a little partial to gelada, but that's just me. This is a large, long-haired, chiefly herbivorous monkey of Ethiopia that feeds especially on grasses and resembles the related baboon. It is called also just gelada or gelada. The species name is Therapithecus gelada or gelada. Let's see. Ooh, this word is from the Amharic word. Oh, it's spelled so different, which is basically gelada or gelada, which it doesn't say what that means. Does Google Translate have Amharic as a language? I am going to guess no, but it does. Oh, it does. So what if we typed in whatever this is? It looks like C with some characters, and then an A with the umlaut, and then LLADA. I don't know how to put all of this in there. Well, we're not ever gonna know what it is, but it might just mean monkey or baboon. And I'll post a picture of one of these gelada baboons to the social media. They are. Are these the ones with the really big mouths and the big sharp teeth? I think they might be. Baboons? Baboons. Also, it's just fun to say baboon. Next, we have Geländersprung. Geländersprung, I think that is correct. It is Gelandesprung, all one word. Geländersprung. The A in lan that has an umlaut, the double dots. The double dots, noun from 1931. It is a jump, usually over an obstacle in skiing, that is made from a low crouch with the aid of both skis. So I guess you get down into a squat as you're skiing, and then you got your ski poles, and then when you're ready to jump, not only do you push up with your legs from your low crouch, but you got the poles, and maybe you stick them into the ground and you push off with your arms as well, and you go, and then you have to say Gelandesprung. You have to say that when you jump. Gelandesprung. I think that is correct. This word is German, of course. It is from Gelände with a capital G, which means open fields, and also Sprung, which means jump. So is it like you're jumping over the open fields? Here we go through the fields to grandmother's house. We Gelandesprung? Maybe that's what it is. Now we have gelate, Gelate. Intransitive verb from 1915. The synonym is gel. So when you are gelling things, you are gelating things. Next is gelatin. You can spell it with an E at the end or not. I don't think I've ever seen it with the E. Makes me want to say gelatine or gelatine with the E. It is a noun from 1800. Number 1, glutinous material obtained from animal tissues by boiling. But especially a colloidal protein used as a food in photography and in medicine. Whoo, yeah, so I think this is something that a lot of people don't realize. Well, they're probably slowly realizing it as time goes on, that the general public is understanding this, that things that have gelatin, like marshmallows, or literally film, like movie film, photography film, what are a lot of gummy things, gummy bears, gummy snakes, gummies, whatever. What are some other things? There was another thing, Jello. Jello, I think, has gelatin in it. That they're not even vegetarian because gelatin is made from animals. And, just want to throw that out there. You can do with that information what you wish. But I have to have vegan marshmallows. If I want marshmallows, I have some at home. There's just a few left in the bag. Every once in a while, I have one. I'll eat one for dessert, maybe. Okay, so that was number 1. Now we have 2A for gelatin. Any of various substances as agar or agar resembling gelatin. So if it's like gelatin, you can call it gelatin. 2B. An edible jelly made with gelatin. And number 3, it is the number 2 definition for the word gel, which was a thin colored transparent sheet used over a stage light to color it. Was that the right one? I think it was. Call it a gelatin because that's the full name. Now, are those made out of the animal tissues as well? They might be. Okay, so this is French, gelatine, which means edible jelly or gelatin. Also from the Italian gelatina, which is from gelato, ooh, hey, which is from the verb gelare, which means to freeze. Oh, hey, now, ooh, haha, we're going to get to that in the next episode. Also from the Latin, and then there's more at the word cold. So when you have some sort of substance and you freeze it, you make it very, very cold, it might get a little gelatinous, a little sticky, a little solid, a little goopy. Yep. Okay, so now, we got a couple more of these words we got to go to. Maybe your gelatin or your jelly goes. Here we go with gelatinization. Gelatinization, noun from 1843. It is the process of converting into a gelatinous form or into a jelly. Gelatinize is a verb. Please don't gelatinize me. I'm only 45 years old. I'm not ready to be a jelly. Call me when I'm 145, and then maybe I will be ready to be jellied. Gelatinous is next. This is an adjective from 1712. Number 1, resembling gelatin or jelly. The synonym is viscous. Ooh, it's so viscous. Do I have anything that is gelatinous here? Viscous? Anything? I don't think so. Oh, well, I guess I have some peanut butter over there. It goes well with the jelly. Would you say that peanut butter is a little gelatinous, a little something? I think it could be. You could describe it that way. Something to ponder for you. The example here is a gelatinous precipitate. Precipitate? Like rain? Can rain be gelatinous because it resembles gelatin or jelly? Have you ever experienced rain like jelly? Jelly rain. It would be so, I don't know. That's an odd one for me. Number 2, of relating to or containing gelatin. Gelatinously is an adverb. Ooh, I'm just living my life gelatinously. Whoa, look at me go. I'm gelatinous. Okay, gelatinousness is a noun when he's living his life gelatinously. He has a lot of gelatinousness. Maybe in my belly, there's a lot of gelatinousness. Okay, moving on to it's our last word, gelation. Gelation. This is the first form. It's the noun form. It's from 1854, and it is the action or process of freezing. Yep, we saw that etymology before about freezing, making things cold. So, when you are stuck in the freezer, you're going through gelation. And one more. It's gelation again, the second form, noun from 1915. So what's interesting is the pronunciation is just a little different. The first one is gelation. This one is gelation. The first one has a more of an an I sound at the beginning, and the second one has more of an E, an sound. Gelation. So, it is the formation of a gel from a sol, S-O-L. Now, I'm sure I've looked this up before, but I think we just need to do like examples of sol. Just colloidal sols. Here we go. Paint, ink, blood, mud, starch solution, gold sol, which is tiny gold particles in water, or Goldschlager, maybe. Examples where solid pigments or cells are dispersed in a liquid, while the word sol also means the sun in Latin, leading to terms like solar. But yes, we want to know more about the paints and the inks and the blood and the mud and the things like that. Okay, so yes, those are sols. Hey, what? Those were all the words today. Thank you so much. Sometimes the video gets real messed up when I move my arms around. It's like I'm not ready for that. But we must pick a word of the episode. Howdy doody time. Today we had gefilte fish, Gegenschein, Gehenna, Geiger counter, Geiger-Mueller counter, geisha, gel, gelata baboon, Geländersprung, gelate, gelatin, gelatinization, gelatinous, gelation, and gelation. Ugh, this is hard. Well, we had some fun ones, obviously. Some very fun words to say, some new words that we did not know about before. Geländersprung is a very fun thing to say when you are jumping with your skis over open fields. That's a fun one. Let's see. Of course, I'm not going to pick gelatin because it is not even vegetarian, so screw you. Let's see. What else? Gehenna? Misery, hell, probably not going to pick that. I don't want to go to Gehenna. Gegenschein, the interesting light thing, definitely not going to pick gefilte fish. Why would I ever want to have more connection to that word? Keep the gefilte fish as far away from me as possible. Don't even make a vegan version of that one. No. I mean, of course, if there was one placed in front of me, would I have a bite of it? Yes, I would try it, but I don't want that. I guess, there's gelata baboon. Of course, there's geisha. Let's pick geisha as the word of the episode. Geishas are highly trained. They're highly trained in lots of things. They're highly trained in dance and music and culture and poetry and other things. Geishas. Amazing. Okay, now I need to tell you about another movie. I've been watching some more movies recently. I had a stretch where I really wasn't watching a lot, but where are we? We got to go all the way back to here. This was a very interesting movie. It is called So Torn, but so is spelled S-E-W. And it's kind of funny. I mean, I don't think it's necessarily meant to be funny, but there's like almost Rube Goldberg-esque things that are created from thread and other stuff, and it's kind of fascinating, like, just to watch it for that. Honestly, that it's worth it just to see like what crazy like situation contraptions are created, which also feel very much not realistic, but who cares? It's fun and clever and creative. And you're like, what is happening? Oh, what? That's what you will say. So Torn. Okay, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you so much for checking out this show and watching it and experiencing it and consuming it. And you can tell your friends and watch it on YouTube. Write a review. Call the Google Voice number. Leave a voicemail. Email me and write more reviews. Join the Patreon. It's only $1 a month. You will get early episodes. Thank you so much for checking out this show. And until next time, this is Spencer dispensing information gelatinously.